and that kind of thing. This is the 2009 spring tour line. There's one constant, though, and that is the white Fire Dancer shirt. It's in its 15th year. We probably sold 300,000 Fire Dancer shirts.
I came into it at such a young age. I was 18 at the time. I was really just thinking about audio. I wasn't worried about getting paid for it, and I think that really helped me get the job.
I've been here 10 years. I've known them 12, and I love every single day of it.
Somewhere right around 17 or 18 years that I've been working with them.
Summer number 14.
I've been with the band for 17 years now, and they keep getting better. Carter keeps getting stronger and faster.
I started working for the band in 1993 when they were still a little bar band, and we used to travel to shows in Dave's station wagon.
Keeping up with these guys was the big challenge. Every time you turned around, we were going from frat party to a national club act to playing arenas to stadiums. Instead of just looking and stacking the speakers and eyeballing things, we're getting blueprints of a venue and using protractors to design an audio system.
I usually hang out right behind the horns in the darkness, and when Roy was around, he rocked hard, and I would step right into the light and just pop him one time, just to let him know that's how you rock the house.
So our first band and crew photo had maybe 30 people in it, and it included the entire opening act and their crew. That was 95, and Deion Ferris was out with us. Nowadays, there's probably over 100, 110 people part of the whole thing, including the band. It's unbelievable the way it's grown.
When I started, I was kind of the core fan base. I was a college student. Those fans have grown up with the band, and now it's gotten to the point where people are coming with their kids, bringing a whole new generation into the thing.
We all have kids ourselves now. I have 3 boys myself. Dave has identical twin girls. I have identical twin boys, so chances of that on one tour are pretty slim, I would think.
You know, we've got the family at home, we come together and we have a family out here that's really tight, and the family at home is always welcome out here, and it's the band members' kids and our kids, and everybody gets together really well.
This band has touched people more than just a good time on a Friday night, and that's powerful.
We're all thinking our lucky stars to have come together to be part of this. The band probably feels exactly the same way. It's a really special thing, you know, that's why it's lasted so long, and there's no end in sight.
Oh, Lordy, B. What's that, y'all?
God, that was ridiculous that you did. What is wrong with you? You're unbelievable. That was one of the high points of my entire life.
Because of the camaraderie, that means everything to me. Just to share feelings and to share, you know, vibes and to share great energy together again.
That's what about this band. That's a joyful band. I mean, we're a joyful band. But, you know, this record, it doesn't deal with a lot of real happy stuff. The last song on the record is the one song that is really hopeful. Right. The other songs, this is a dark train ride, but it is joyful.
It's joyful. When things are right and when you got things, you know, when the communication and all that stuff is happening the way it should be, you can do anything you want. I mean, the sky's the limit.
It's coming together over the music. It's just like the ability just to laugh and not to take everything so seriously. That's made us last for 18 years.
This band's a good marriage. There's been moments of question as to if we all had it in us to keep going. You know, the music always sort of overrides any question mark we might have.
And they hit the... You guys hit it tonight. Stop your foot. I think you did it. Now it's made joy. Everything was nearly falling apart. And I think we're all doing a good job honoring Roy's memory, I think. We don't have to be perfect to each other. We don't have to care about the same things, except the music. Because that says more for what we are than anything else. If we can make music together, real music together. Oh, I'll see you all out in about 3 minutes.
Sounds good. Damn!
Take them out, quick.
Hey!
Spicy chicken wings. Who's down with that? I had like a mocha or soy mocha. Can you do it soy mocha? Is that weird?
We had them yesterday.
Oh, really? I'm gonna get spicy chicken wings. May I have a quad? Thank you. Soy mocha. God, does that sound so wet farty? That sounds like it could make a wet farty. Look, I'm not allowed to talk to you because you're the cameraman. I just talk to the camera all the time. Does this seem natural? Do I seem natural in your face?
Where are you?
People that are watching Fuse television. Who's up for 7 now?
We're gonna try something we haven't done before. I like this song. This song is called 7.
I say this about every song, every single song on this record. Man, that's my favorite song. No, that's my favorite song. You know, every song I hear is my favorite song. But this one, this particular song, 7, is one. It had another title to it at first, you know, in the beginning, but we switched it because I think Dave got another idea, you know, lyric-wise. Feeling a lot better than I did a sound check. I was just so, and I'm still a little, but I'm a lot better, you know. It's just, you know, it's hard to make those transitions like that, you know. Well, at one time it was called Garden Hose, but now it's called 7. But it's a bad mofo.
I think we change the name again. Change it again.
Change it again. Keep changing it every month. Okay, so hit the root of that. Red is the color
Of the sun with my eyes closed, I can still taste you, and I will again.
Even if you did the red is the color
Right.
of the, even if once we get to you know that word sun,
Right.
if you split there, because by the time we sing it, you'll already have it in your ear.
Yeah.
It's just so fun to take something that's really complex musical statement, but if you can deliver it in a real honest celebration, this is how it goes, this beautiful music, then people hear it, and then they can hear all that, and it's not clever. It's not a clever song.
Right, yeah.
It's genius.
Red is the color of the sun with my eyes closed. That's the one that throws me off. That one. That's the one that's stuck in my head. And I'm like, ah!
That's good, though.
Oh.
You can sing that, sing whatever the you want.
No! Don't tell me that. Don't do that!
I'm gonna sing whatever I want.
But yours sound right, though. I'd be like Elmer Fudd, man. Be hunting that. Where is that note?
And I keep taking it away. Red is the color of the sun with my eyes.
Oh, man.
Great.
One note. Yeah.
How you doing it now?
That's like so.
Funny twists and turns, goes in and out, but it's just a beautiful arc of a song. I challenge almost any band to make it swing just like a pendulum, the way that song swings. Just like a pendulum.
Red is the color of the sun with my eyes closed. I can still taste you, and I will again.
That tune is blowing up over the web. Everybody's talking about that tune.
From when we played the other night?
The first night we played it, yeah.
That's last night.
Last night, it hit hard, real hard. Yeah. It's burning on the internet right now. Yeah.
We knew we needed to make a band record. It had to be something that all of us had our hands in.
Doesn't have to be your style, but I'm willing to bet that the style of music you listen to is well represented on this record, because it's diverse, too.
There's no doubt in my mind that the Dave Matthews Band fan who's been with the band from day one, they're just gonna go, oh, this is it. I knew they had this in them. I knew this was the record they were going to make.
Once we started writing and once we started working together, our ideas were flowing, but also everyone's ears were open to what everyone else was saying, and that was so important for this whole project.
Just like drum, percussion, and hand claps. And then we could build it up so it's crazy, and then we could slam it closed and go into like that violin and saxophone thing with it and hit that. We knew we had something that was like nothing else. But it's real concise, you know? That doesn't mean there's not, you know, moments of improvisation, absolute improvisation. It starts with it and it ends with it. And then there's moments in it that you have the big piece of granite and just... It starts real close and real personal, and then it just slaps you right across the face. How you doing? I can play the record or just punch you right in the nose. Grux was a nickname that Roy had for Carter, and Carter had for Roy, and Roy and Carter had for Tim. They all called each other Grux. And it was a name they sort of had for each other, or for what they did together when they played music together when they were young. When I met Roy, I spelled his name. I knew it was Roy, I knew it was Leroy, but I spelled it with a Y, and he said, it's not with a Y, it's with an I, like the king. So when we were talking about making the album, we thought Gru Grux King it had a good vibe.
Heaven or hell, I'm going there with the Gru Grux King.
Then we were out doing a photo shoot, and this guy came stumbling down the street drunk, playing a harmonica, really good playing the harmonica. And he said, I need a big whiskey, and he'd play for people and they'd give him some change. I walked up to the guy and I handed him a 20, and I think he saw what it was at first. He said, I need a, oh, that is a big whiskey. And Rashawn leant over and said, that's a good name for an album, Big Whiskey.
We'll be drinking big whiskey while we dance and sing.
And that's probably, hopefully, what people will end up calling this album. But I like as a full name, Big Whiskey and the Gru Grux King, because it sounds like a fairy tale from New Orleans, which was where he made this album, and it's a great city. And it reminds me of Roy, because he also liked the Big Whiskey.
Out of my head, right into the room. So when my ghost takes me from you, you can't remember the fool that I am. Don't cry, baby, don't cry.
I think there is a tribute feel to Leroy in a lot of ways. I think it's reflected in some of the lyrics, and certainly it's reflected in the artwork.
I thought of my favorite album covers and how you could stare at them for a while you listen to music. And then I thought I'd give a run at scribbling some ideas. The alligator pie, snake in the wood pile. Nice. I haven't drawn in a long time, so I wasn't sure how it would turn out. But I think it turned out fine. At least it can be entertaining while people are listening to the record if you don't have anything else to look at.
That looked like Roy.
I know, kind of. I did one that looked too much like Roy, and when I drew it, and he wasn't as like that, but it does kind of look like him, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, he's making records.
In California was earthquake.
Boy, I hope it doesn't look.
Whoa. Oh, cool.
This is the fancy one.
Yeah. Ooh. Look at that dude. He's trippy. Maybe there's more in.
There better be more.
Wow, that looks amazing.
It looks good. Oh, here.
So cool.
Donkey face boy.
This is horrifying in a way.
Yeah, I know.
It's really creepy.
Yeah, he's most creepy. Rabbits are creepy.
And this is the
donkey's
face.
donkey-faced.
This is great.
Yeah, it's cool.
So
man.
into it. Oh, look at that.
That's the cover. It's cool.
Oh, I want to get some of these. I want to get each one of these blown up.
They're gonna have like I think every page, they're gonna have in here a little photo book of Roy, and there's gonna be the DVD, and the CD, and the extra CD, and then there's gonna be a book, photo book of all of us, and then all those posters. Look at these.
Is this a font, or did you actually
hand wrote everything?
Really?
Yeah. You can see where I ran out of pen. Change pen. Oh, wrong pen. Ran it back to the other pen.
That's some pretty neat handwriting you got there.
I always make up lyrics.
That's good.
And then I.